switch on this is S1, which is right here.
S1, okay.
S1. And so you pull the jumper, and then you short it across to do the calibration. So if you pull it off, you know, normally you're going to leave it like this, not jumped. Okay.
That's how you clean the BIOS in the computer, pretty much.
So we jump that across.
Just a few seconds, or you...
What's that?
A few seconds, or that's it?
Just you want to leave it on the whole time you're doing calibration.
Okay.
All right. So we jump it across for calibration. Now the next step is to, before you turn the power on, you gotta have the power off at this point. All right. You jump powers off. And there's a switch there, which is the cal switch.
Calibration.
There's a CAL on the bottom of it. You hold that button in while you turn the power on. And what you're going to see is this red light here will
blinking.
come on.
Okay.
It should just come on. When I release, now turn the power on. Now when I release that, red light's on. Okay, so now we're in calibration mode. All right, now we're going to have to raise the rack. There's 2 points of calibration on this machine. All the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. You have to mark those 2 spots. The way you mark it is you raise the rack all the way to the top, you hit the button, the light will turn off and back on. Take it all the way to the bottom, hit the button, the light will turn off, turn on, and then it will go back into operate mode.
Okay.
And at that point you can pull
take
this off.
the pin
take
and put
the
it
jumper off. So we're going to take it to the top. Now, this is now in what's called manual mode for calibration, all right? Which is what it does is it's going to turn off the automatic sensors, leveling it. So you're going to have to do that manually, okay? Because as this thing starts to raise up, it's got a proportioning valve in there, and that proportioning valve is just going to raise, you know, it'll raise both of them, but one of them is going to go like this.
higher, yes.
Yeah.
The other one.
So the way you level it is while the rack is in motion, while you have the raise button pushed, you can continue to hit this and release the calibration button as it goes up, and the rack will stick there and go like this to keep it level. All right. Now, at any time, if you release the raise button or lower button, whichever you're doing at the time, raising it or lowering it, if you release that and you hit the button, this light's going to flash, and you just set the calibration position for either the top or the bottom. Okay. So we're going to set top first and then bottom.
Gotcha.
So when I hit the raise button, I'm going to watch the rack, and I'm going to continue to hit that cal button to keep it level.
Okay.
All right. And then once I get all the way to the top, I'm going to release everything. I'm going to hit the button one time. This will flash. We've marked the top calibration point. Right? And the same thing on the way down. As I hit the lower button, I can continually hit the cal button to keep it level on the way down, as long as that button's pushed in. As soon as I release it, the computer's saying you're ready to mark the spot. So at the bottom, I'm going to hit it one more time. So I'm just going over this so that you can kind of see, because it's simple to do, but it sounds complicated, you know, until you're used to it. Okay, so now we'll start raising it, and I will put my hand on there, but I won't push the button, because if I push it now, it's going to mark a cal spot.
Yeah, it's already calibrated.
Yeah, and if I mark these in the wrong spot, the rack either is not going to work or it's going to stop at those spots that I marked. If I mark the top with the bottom position, it's just not even going to move, because it already thinks it's down. All right. So now
we're supposed to be holding that button right now and go up.
Well, not holding it right now.
Exactly.
But be ready to hold it to keep it level. Okay, so I will start raising it now, and I'll kind of keep an eye on it. And as it starts to, I just look at the jacks, and as the jacks start to go off, or listen to the locks. See how far they're going off? Now when I hit the button, you'll see that it starts leveling itself back out. It's almost level. So I can release it, and it'll come back level the other direction. So you just continue to hit that and release it to kind of keep it level while in motion. doesn't matter if it's perfect or anything at this point. We're just trying to get it to the top without the jacks falling off. Once it gets to the top, I make sure both sides stop. I watch the ramps because they're not going to be even at that point. They're going to be a little bit off like this, and then so I keep the button held in until the other side pushes out and they both stop. Okay. When they're both stopped, I know now I'm completely at the top. Okay, so now I'm going to hit the cal button, and the red light will flash one time and stay on. Okay, it flashes, it stays on. Now I'm ready to mark the bottom position. Now, I got to hold the lock release, of course, and okay, hold the lock release and the lower button to lower it. And while it's lowering, I can hit this button to keep it low. Like I said, you're not trying to keep it perfect, you're just trying to keep the jacks from falling off is what you're doing. Because that Hall effect switch is spinning right now, and it just marks the two positions, top and bottom, and then it knows everything in between. You can see it change positions as I let that go. Yep. Start switching the. You can hear it switch as I hit the button. Once I get to the bottom, I continue to hold the lower button until I see both sides completely stop. Because one side will stop first. Oh, I got lucky. I hit both sides. Yeah, a lot of times it doesn't happen like that. But I know, I just hold them in there a little extra time just so I know they're all the way down. Okay, now when I hit this button, the light will flash one time, then it'll go off, and then the green light will come on and it'll be in operate mode. At that point. So
press that one.
Hit that, flashes, goes off. Now our green light's on. It's in operate mode.
And take the pin.
Take the S1.
Yeah.
I can't see too good without my glasses.
Put one there.
Put it on there. Now we're not jumpered, and now it's in regular operate mode. Everything's automatic. We'll go on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it should be
Alright, that works.
So, lower. It's going to be lower and okay. Because all it's doing in there is hear that clicking going on.
Click, click.
Is the Hall effect switches are sitting there turning, and when one gets a little bit off, it switches hydraulic fluid from one side to the other. So that's why you see the rack constantly going like this as it goes up and down. Now the newer racks, they have better Hall effect switches. They switch a lot faster.
So it compensates.
A lot more even. Yeah.
Okay.
These older ones are very slow switching. So it's sitting there going like this the whole time. So it's, the newer ones, it's hard to see it switching. This one, you can definitely see the thing going back and forth like that.